Their 18-month-old son's tiny arms have tripled in size.
So we wrapped Craig up, bundled him up, put him in the car, and rushed over to the pediatric doctor.
The worried parents are both hoping for a simple answer to the severe swelling and crying fits. And after performing a complete exam, the doctor is confident he knows what's behind it.
The doctor found nothing out of the ordinary. He told me Craig probably had a reaction to the high levels of chlorine in the pool.
He prescribes an antihistamine to help bring down the swelling and assures Tracy that Craig will be just fine. In fact, he can return to the pool in 3 days once the chlorine levels have stabilized.
As soon as we heard from the doctor that he felt it was the chlorine, it was a sigh of relief that there was nothing more that we really need to worry about.
That day, after a few hours, the swelling did seem to go down due to the medicine, and Craig was being back to his normal self. I thought at that point everything was going to be okay.
But a few weeks later, when Tracy decides it's finally safe to bring Craig back to the pool, the screaming and swelling start all over again.
We didn't know what the heck was going on. We couldn't figure it out. He's got to be allergic to something, so what else could he be doing?
Tracy takes Craig back to the doctor, but she's frustrated by the level of care.
The doctor gave Craig the normal examination like he would do with any other child. Never took any allergy tests or any skin tests. I was getting very
that's
concerned
what
that the doctor
frustrates me about some
going
doctors.
on.
It's like,
I knew
just
Craig was
because
suffering,
it's a
and I'm
baby
his
or a
mom, I was
kid
supposed
doesn't
to
mean
help
you
him
don't
and
take
protect him,
skin
and I felt
samples
like I was not doing my
if
job.
they're allergic to something.
Convinced the doctor isn't doing all he can to help their son, Tracy and Mike take matters into their own hands.
Good for
We
them.
didn't know at this point if there was possible germs or any infectious diseases in the pool, that maybe that's what was happening to him. We bought our own kiddie pool, filled it up with our own water, and put it on the side of the apartment. We didn't know if this was going to be the answer, but we knew we could have more things in our control, and we hopefully could stop some of.
First, the toddler seems to be having fun splashing around in the water. But just as the parents begin to relax, Craig once again erupts.
Almost like clockwork again, after 25 minutes or so in the kiddie pool, he started to cry. I picked him up, brought him inside, and that's when he started to scratch his skin, like he wanted to rip his skin off.
He was in such pain and such discomfort. It was extremely difficult for both of us to go through it, just to watch it, especially as such young parents as we were.
Tracy quickly tracks down another pediatrician and rushes Craig over to his office. This doctor gives the anxious mother a new diagnosis.
This doctor thought it was maybe an additive in the laundry detergent that was causing Craig to have allergic reaction. The doctor recommended to try to find sensitive
That's
skin
possible,
laundry
but it
detergent,
has to do with water,
even though I was
I
already
feel like.
using a baby detergent. Again, I'm not the doctor, I'm the mom, and you do what the doctor says, and so I went out and bought a different detergent. Mike and I were both hoping that maybe this is our saving grace.
As summer turns into autumn, Tracy experiments with various detergents and eventually finds one that seems to do the trick.
We thought we figured out what it was. It looks like Craig's happy. Everything was fine. He was running around like a normal kid, sleeping through the night. Life was good.
Then, in January 1993, Mike gets a new job that requires a move to Albany, New York. It's an exciting time for the young family.
Craig adjusted really well to moving to Albany with the cold weathers and playing in the snow, and he was just having a ball.
Shortly after moving to New York, the couple gets more happy news when Tracy discovers she's pregnant again. The next 9 months seem to fly by, and on July 19th, 1994, Tracy gives birth to a little girl they name Nicole.
It was pretty exciting because we always wanted to have this second one, and obviously we wanted to have a girl at this point.
The Leopards are grateful to have what seems like two healthy children, but they miss their extended families. So in July of 1995, they decide to move back home.
I had an opportunity to accept a promotion and a transfer back to the great state of New Jersey, and I took it. It was great. I had a great job. I had a house, 2 great kids, a beautiful wife. I couldn't ask for anything more.
But just
Hi guys, welcome to Mystery Diagnosis.
His arms and hands were so swollen, they looked like boxing gloves that you couldn't even pinch any skin on his arms or hands. They were purple. I was very scared.
I just remember that visual of his hands. Just looking at and he wasn't crying.
he just had it. He had these hands that were just puffed up, and I'm like, what the heck is going on?
I was also thinking it may be a allergy to the sunlight. It's erythropoietic porphyria.
Erythropoietic protoporphyria,
Yeah, I
or
said it.
EPP, is an extremely rare condition in which the body becomes hypersensitive to sunlight. Patients with EPP have a malfunction in the enzyme that converts light-sensitive molecules, called protoporphyrins, into heme. As a result, these molecules overaccumulate within the body, and when they are exposed to sunlight through the skin, toxic photochemical reactions occur.
The
I
best
was
way I can
worried
explain my burn
I wasn't
is
gonna be
really
able
if
to
you were to
pronounce
take your
that
hand
because it's like a
and
tongue
accidentally put it on a
twister.
hot stove.
This is a toxic process for the liver. A small number of people with protoporphyria will develop liver dysfunction. Point of total liver failure.
Making matters worse, there is no recommended cure for EPP. But Dr. Poe assures the leopards that Craig can lead a relatively normal life if he follows one simple rule.
Treatment for EPP begins with sunlight avoidance. Erythropoietic protoporphyria is a rare disorder. It occurs in about 0.001% of the population. EPP was only described in 1961.
Hey, 17-year-old Craig is a senior in high school and an inspiration to all his classmates.
Don't
The
let EPP ruin my life.
water
It's something very
condition I
hard
was
to live
thinking
with.
of was
But at the same time, I
Erythropoietic.
think I do a lot of stuff that a lot of other kids do. And saying that, I mean, I play football, which is something that you're outside every day during practice.
And Craig, a linebacker, has learned that he can practice with his team for about 1 hour at a time, as long as he's covered in 65 SPF titanium oxide suntan lotion and every inch of his skin is shielded.
Before every practice, I have to put on a turtleneck, long stockings, like undergarments, gloves on my hands, and then I have to wear a tinted visor on my face mask to keep the sun from hitting my face.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.